Small data centers are facing spiraling power demands and increasing utility costs, with power often representing the largest component of overall operating expenditures. Mandatory schemes and regulations targeting improvements in energy efficiency and reductions of carbon emissions add additional complexity. To help gain greater visibility into data center performance, Panduit offers SmartZone Rack Energy Kits that enable cost-effective, real-time monitoring, alerting, and management of data center power and environmental information for data centers with fewer than 30 racks. Bundled with a gateway and a selection of different intelligent devices, our SmartZone Rack Energy Kits are easy to install and deploy on a per-rack basis for new and legacy data centers. This assortment of intelligent, retrofit, and non-invasive power gateways and appliances capture and process real-time data and feed it into the included Rack Energy Kit monitoring software to provide live and historical views of power, temperature and humidity data readings, coupled with simple trending information, allowing data center managers to make informed decisions based on accurate data to maintain and improve energy efficiency, reduce costs, and increase the resilience of the data center. At the heart of the SmartZone Rack Energy Kit is the monitoring software, featuring a main dashboard with dials and 3 main graphs that make monitoring easier than ever. Using standard SNMP protocol, the software monitors up to 60 power strips or devices and logs any SNMP alarms which are generated by the included gateway. The gateway is polled at regular intervals, and the data will be collected and stored in the database at regular intervals for a maximum of 186 days. The 3 graphs show a summary of the last 24 hours' activity. Multiple devices can be selected, which is useful to compare one rack against another to identify energy inefficiencies. The low-clutter dashboard shows all temperature, humidity, and current sensors as trend lines for the current selected devices. Dial gauges display real-time data for energy uses for one or all gateway devices. Simple trending information of the parameters monitored and basic management data can be easily exported into CSV formats. This invaluable information can be used for more informed decision-making and kept on file as a record for regulatory compliance. The simple software GUI makes it easy to add devices for monitoring. Using the devices alongside of the screen, find a connected device in the list, click on the Add button, and GUI will bring up the Add New Device pop-up window. Enter some basic information, including the community string and IP address of the unit, unit type, or the gateway and device type. For example, the gateway named Rack KMS, and add them to a logical group. For example, if you had a number of rows in the data center, you can group by row and assign them a unique group name in the software interface. Once added, the software will begin to poll each added device for the temperature, humidity, and power data. The default poll time is every 30 minutes, but can be reduced to 15-minute intervals if desired. Once data is gathered, it is sent to a small online database to begin documenting performance. As it gathers the data, the software will generate the graphs that can be seen here on the dashboard, ready for monitoring and reporting of live operations. Once devices are added to the database, you can choose to select devices individually or by groups. This allows you to compare the performance of different devices if desired. For this demonstration, let's choose the gateway device shown on screen. When chosen, the GUI will begin to display live, real-time temperature, humidity, and power readings from those devices operating in the data center over the last 24 hours. In the live view, you can show temperature, humidity, contacts, analog volts, amperes, sum of amperes, volts, kVA, sum of kVA, kW, sum of kW. In the detailed graph tabs, temperature data is set to 24 hours, but this can be extended to 2 to 3 months if required. You can also choose history mode or select specific dates to see historical performance. To help understand how these graphs are working, let's take a look at the temperature display as an example. As you see on the screen, the temperature has been collected over the course of 24 hours. During that time, the temperature has risen and fallen dramatically multiple times. If one were to investigate, they would find that this particular device rack is situated beneath an air conditioning unit that is automatically switching on and off at regular intervals. You can see some of the same circumstances in the live streaming humidity graph on the right. In reviewing the graph, the humidity being recorded greatly reduces during the late evening hours. The reason for this is that as the staff leaves for the night, humidity in the data center drops, but then begins to increase once again as people open the doors in the morning and start moving around. Lastly, let's look at the power draw display that is currently monitoring power in terms of amps. The two horizontal lines shown here represent two different power distribution units, or PDUs, linked to the gateway device or devices selected for monitoring as shown earlier. The data being monitored from these two PDUs are further detailed in the dials displayed to the right of the power draw display to show the values being recorded. The numerical display here shows kilowatt-hour consumption every 15 minutes continuously throughout the day, offering the ability to calculate increases in kilowatt-hours and generate billing information to reduce energy costs. In the event that the software should identify any potential threshold issues or operational concerns, SNMP traps would appear in the box at the foot of the screen, as well as in the alarms summary box throughout the system, ensuring that power, thermal, and environmental levels are operating as designed without service-impacting disruptions. During all live monitoring, data is collected, recorded, and saved into a database that can be used to create reports or documentation of system performance. This is available through the Export Data tab along the top of the screen that offers the ability to export all data to an Excel spreadsheet as a CSV file. When clicked, a pop-up screen will appear with options to choose the parameters and data range that you wish to run reports on. Then hit Export. The software will then create your report as a CSV file on your system, providing you with documentation to support regulatory efficiency standards and develop greater energy-efficient management strategies. The SmartZone Rack Energy Kit offers a DCIM solution that finally scales to the needs of both legacy and new build data centers with fewer than 30 racks. Easy to install and easy to use. The SmartZone Rack Energy Kit allows even the smallest data centers to gain the advantage of energy and environmental monitoring and control and realize the benefits of being able to gain insight into their infrastructure performance. Knowledge plus action is power, which can be achieved with the SmartZone Rack Energy Kit. Stay tuned for more demo videos on the SmartZone Rack Energy Kits and discover how easy it is to install and deploy retrofit or non-invasive energy management solutions in your data center. For more information, visit our website at www.panduit.com.